Hello, I am Melinda Dawn, your podcast host of Unapologetically Yours. And I give with my whole heart so others can show up as their true selves, loved without limits. Yay, that's me. This is a second recording, and not because I messed up so bad. It's really for you, for your benefit, because the audio was distorted by the air conditioning because I live in Florida and it is hot. It is hot. So you may have seen my eyes kind of shift because I want to say some of the things that I just, already said, right? In my original. But then I just remembered this other thing. So I recently, a couple weeks ago actually, did a speech for Toastmasters. I wonder if I talk about that on the other one. So I owe y'all several, and I intend to make up for it, several episodes. This one's going to be a mini-sode. Minisode number 1. So Reiki II. I just got Reiki II certified. Today is day 14 of my 21-day integration. And so each day you concentrate, focus on one of your chakras, in this case 7. So root, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, right on up. And then it's root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, crown. All right, so it's the crown today. During integration, I would be practicing on myself, which I have done, on others, which I have done, and yeah, so it's exciting. I'm very excited. Taking notes, reading a book as well. What else? The episode that I haven't put together yet because I've just been disrespectfully busy, sofa busy, was called Full Hair, Full Moon. I don't have an image yet. So I have tried, y'all, to get it to you. I believe it was supposed to be episode 89, which this one, it'll just wind up being episode 90, and y'all will understand. Maybe I'll do a little preview to it. Ooh, what if this is just the preview? This could be the preview to it, but I don't have full hair anymore. Full bun? All right. What else? Toastmasters. Did I just say that? So 2 weeks ago, I did a speech, and it was funny. And I was encouraged to, seek a comedic track. Okay. I ran an errand, right? And in all of that doing, I came home, which I'm in my driveway, to grab my swimsuit because I couldn't find one at Target. Swimsuit shopping typically is one of the most demeaning, horrifying experiences. The last time I was at Target, not including today, it was great. I got 4 suits. It was amazing. No such luck today. But my husband called, and actually that's what interrupted my first recording. And then I went to listen to it to see could I just post it, and no. Anyway, there's a storm heading to Tampa, which is where he's at with the kids, and therefore, ergo, I didn't even need to hop into the house. So instead, I'm gonna go grocery shopping, get a couple things. So what do I want to tell you? I am recognizing that being intentional takes intention. It takes purposeful thought and careful planning and repetition. And I've felt recently swept along the waves of overwhelm. Overwhelmingly busy and overwhelmed in emotional states. Grief has been a primary one. Sadness, which doesn't always have to be grief, but it's linked. In this case, there's this 4-letter, I'm just counting on my fingers just to make sure. There's this 4-letter thing. It's not, is it an acronym? What's the one where the acronym makes up a word? Isn't that like something a little different? Is that a homonym, or is a homonym the thing where the word is the same backwards, like Hannah with an H in the front and the end? It doesn't matter. AITA, am I the asshole? So a couple weeks ago, I realized I really was. I was the asshole to my husband. Pretty sure that's what it was. And then I was thinking about sharing with you guys, and maybe what it wound up being is I was talking to somebody else. And yep, that's exactly what it is. It was at work, Zoom morning session. And I mentioned Taylor Swift. So it turns out like I'm a Swiftie. I've never been to a concert, but I really am digging a lot of her stuff. And so she has this ironic song, I'm the problem, it's me, is like part of the lyrics. But clearly, based on the lyrics, it ain't her, it's everybody else is the problem. But she's like, you know what, I'm gonna take the blame. So, but I discovered I'm the problem too. I've been the problem at work. I've been causing confusion by not providing context. I have delayed things because I needed something urgent for me. I want it now. And so it disrupted what somebody else, on the team is doing. So then they maybe didn't get their stuff, accomplished in a timely manner. And so I have new directions and instructions, and it is to follow the chain of command. So I'm seeking lots of permission. That said, I really appreciate my boss, who I report to, because she's given me some helpful tips on how to CYA, so I can do the thing instead of, implicitly asking for instruction. So if the stuff is there, if the evidence is there, do my job. So I have the authority to do my job, which is quite great. But yeah, I have been the problem, and it was overwhelming, to tell you the truth, which I always do. It was overwhelming to sit with that, to own it. And yeah, that was a really rough day. And the closer it got to 6 p.m., the better I was feeling, because then the workday was going to be over, even though it was not over at 6. It was more like 8:30. And then really it was more like some other time, because I intermittently did stuff because I love what I'm doing. And there's so much to be done, right? And so I, anyway. But I've neglected y'all. And in doing so, I've neglected me, because I really love, I would like to call it a service. I love serving you. I love sharing with you. I love teaching you that you could do this. And I say it often, likely better than me. I know folks, I've talked about that too, who do it better than me, and congratulations to them, to you, to everybody. And this is just me. This is how I do it. And I'm good with that. So by doing this super flawed or superhuman, it's an invitation for you to do it flawed as well. Superhuman or superhuman. Superhuman. Intention. I intend to take more time for me. And to be clear, right? To set an intention for the day and stick to it. You could write it down. You could write it on your mirror. I used to not look in the mirror. I look in the mirror a little bit more. I used to avoid the mirror because I didn't want to see me. But I'm learning to see me in a different light, to accept myself. And I love it. I love it. and I want to invite you to do the same. And so, what if being unapologetically me is the thing that will set you free? I hope so, and I hope to see you soon.